Today's going to be a technology video.
I have no idea what that intro was. So anyway, today I decided to, do a little project, I guess. Not really a overly complex video, but it's one that's I've been kind of wanting to do. So I recently upgraded a GPU from my 1050 Ti here, which definitely has seen better days here. I've only had it for about 2 years, so I upgraded my 1050 Ti to an RX 6500 XT, and you're probably downvoting the video already because I said RX 6500 XT, but to tell you the truth, it's not a bad card at all. I've been able to play most of the games I've been wanting to play at decent frame rates. I haven't been having any issues with frame rate drops, besides Stalker Anomaly, because you know that game is so poorly optimized. But anyway, there is one problem with the card, and that is it doesn't have a dedicated encoder for recording. So if you want to record, you're going to have to do it all on the CPU, which isn't a good thing, because if you have a weaker CPU, I mean, I don't have a weaker CPU necessarily, but if you have a weak CPU or you're trying to play a game or something competitive, then I actually need to put this down. So you're playing something competitive and your stream starts having issues with buffering and all that other stuff, and you just want to stream the game adequately. So I decided, why not just use a second GPU as an encoder? Now this probably sounds really dumb. I mean, it is kind of dumb, but I mean, it can be done. So I actually got here a Nvidia Quadro K620 here. It only has 2 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, and its latest PCI support is 2.0. So this thing is not a powerful card by any means, and I think the GT 1030 is 7% faster than this, or something like that, 7% faster. So this is equivalent to a GT 1030, almost a slightly weaker one. So it's decently okay. Probably play a few games with it, but I mean, I wouldn't play any games with it. But I was deciding, since I have a spare PCIe port on my PC, why not just plug it up, install a driver, and use it as an encoder? So I just kind of wanted to do that, see if that actually works, because having a GPU like this can definitely come in handy. Now, this could go horribly wrong. I could have issues where my drivers completely crash, or I could have Windows basically just say, "Yeah, there's a new driver, we're going to install a new driver." Windows could fuck up, install a random driver, I have no idea what for, but anyway, I kind of want to plug this little thing, because this thing is tiny. Just look at that, real tiny. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of switch perspectives here. I don't know how I'm going to show the PC necessarily, because my phone has barely any storage. So what I'm probably going to have to do is probably wipe my music and probably just reinstall all of my music back again and kind of record the video through my phone, and then of course transfer the video recorded on my phone to my PC. So it's going to be a hassle. I hope it goes by well, and I hope the quality isn't too terrible, and I can actually set up things properly. So it's going to be a little bit janky, a lot of jump cuts. So yeah, let's get into this, shall we? My parents are in the fucking living room. The joy of recording when people live in your home. I'll be back. There it is, the PC. It's there. And we're going to unplug everything back here and get this Quadro card over here actually into the second slot. And you'll see my really piss poor cable management. So I'll cut to when I get the PC open and pretty much just plop this bastard in there. Okay, so I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this with one hand, but this is definitely going to suck. So here's the PC here. We're going to take that back plate off, and we're going to head right into there. There we go. Yep, there's my really terrible cable management. I mean, it's not too bad. I don't think it's necessarily too bad. I mean, It's very compact. You got the power supply here, the 750 watt. Then you got the graphics card here, the 6500 XT right there. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to install this bad boy into the graphics card. Or we're gonna install a graphics card into a graphics card. So, where is there it is. So right here we have the Quadro card, and we do have a small space. You probably can't see it, but there's a second. It's actually blue. There's a second PCIe port right there, so it's going to be a tight fit, but we're definitely going to get it in there. We could always take out the 6500 XT and then kind of put that in there, and then stick the 6500 XT in there. So the TDP of this thing is about 45 watts, so we're definitely going to have a lot more power, or we're definitely going to have a lot more leg room. I mean, I could always use the... I know some... I've read around that I could actually just stick a 1050 Ti in there, but only problem is I don't want to run two kind of higher power GPUs and it defaulting as a 1050 Ti. So what I'm going to do is probably just install the Quadro card and just use it as an encoder, and then try to configure Windows settings so I can use this one as the main GPU. So I'm going to have to go into Windows settings and configure pretty much the power plans to use that GPU automatically. So this is going to be fun. Let's go ahead and pull this latch off over here. If it wants to go, there it goes. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit tough. You can barely see it in there because my phone camera really sucks when it comes to deep blacks and shit. So it's going to be a pain in the ass to get it in there, but I think we'll manage. Okay. I do have a pop socket, so if it's a little bit more stable than usual, me holding my phone, because I have fucking shaky hands like I'm fucking Marty McFly, so yeah. The GPU is a single slot, so we don't need to worry about it taking up 2 slots, or basically sandwiching that and making this fan not cool or intake the cooling, so if that makes sense. So yeah, we can definitely fit it in there. You just gotta be, gentle with it. So we're gonna go ahead and just shove this GPU in there, and get back to you when I actually shove this fucking GPU in there. So I'm gonna skip me struggling because it's definitely gonna take fucking 2 hours for me just to shove a GPU in there. So yeah, I'll come back to you once I get it installed. There it is. I activated my phone flashlight so you guys can actually see it in there, and here it is. It actually went in rather perfectly. The heatsink isn't touching this back part here, so it should be fine. There's still a lot of gap there for this GPU, though, so we should be fine in theory. It was pretty much just an easy fit, and my calculations were correct that if I did stick the 1050 Ti in there, I was gonna have some problems. So yeah, perfect fit, and I guess we'll go to the desktop when I'm ready to, and we can start installing some of the drivers and stuff. So yeah, I'll meet you back at the desktop, and I guess I didn't have to delete my music after all. So yeah, we'll go ahead to the desktop and get everything configured, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay, everything's plugged up in the back, PC's all plugged up, and now, moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and head into the BIOS. Let me just smash F12 real quick. Oh, just shut back off. I think it normally does that when it detects a new device. Come on. Come on. There. Okay, let me smash. I'm about to say let me smash. So look at all these settings. Let's head into BIOS setup. And we should probably load it. There it goes. Okay, so system configuration. I think it's actually video settings. Primary display. There we go. Recognizes the Nvidia HD graphics, and I'm going to set it on Radeon HD as the default. So we're going to go ahead and exit and head into Windows, and we should be good now. So, yep. Seems like it was a success. Let's install some drivers and head to the desktop. Here we are. We're actually at the desktop. Everything went smoothly. So let's go ahead and access our device manager here and see if it actually recognizes it as a typical display. So yeah, there it is, Microsoft Basic Display Adapter. So it's actually here in Windows. So let's go grab a Quadro driver, shall we? All right, so let's look up Nvidia Quadro K620, and then just hit space and driver. There we go. Desktop and notebook release. So, I mean, we probably want something that's the latest. So, drivers. Would it be? Yep, RTX Quadro. Quadro series. It's a K620. There it is. Okay. Windows 11. This will do production branch / studio. What driver is that going to give us? Okay, it's going to give us actually a recent one, 8/2/2022. So yeah, 5.15. It's production-based driver, security updates, performance degradation with newer drivers compared to. Okay, so they fixed some of the issues they had. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab it, install it. Agree to download, and it can take about 30 seconds. So, yeah, it's going to minimize and wait for that file to download, and we'll go ahead and start up our Quadro card here. So far, I haven't noticed anything blatantly stuttery or anything like that. Opening up the Radeon settings here, home here. You see, I played Hero Siege the last one. I also played Smite. Had some pretty decent frames. I was playing on max settings, so it is telling me to actually update to this driver here. I'm just going to do recommended only, and I'm not going to download that driver because that driver sucks for my GPU. So yeah, what can we do now? I guess oh yeah, download. Let's go ahead and close that, and now here's our Quadro GPU driver here, so let's grab that, install. Yes, and I guess it's going to work the same exact way. I mean, it's going to function the same way as a normal Nvidia driver. At least everything went smooth enough that it wasn't going to completely destroy my computer. I thought there was going to be an issue at first because I turned my computer on and the Windows thing logo circle thing showed and then it blacked out, shut down because I guess Windows recognized that there's a new component in the computer. I guess it had to update a basic some sort of driver or something because my keyboard and my mouse actually shut off. So okay, I guess okay. Let's do custom HD audio. We do not need that because we have RTX Desktop Manager. Don't know what that is to be exact, but guess we'll keep it. Okay, it's preparing me install, so we should be fine. 5.16.94, which is definitely nice. Surprised that it's actually still supported, that a GPU this old is actually still supported by Nvidia. It is installing the graphics driver, by the way, so let's hope everything goes by well. I did set the GPU in Windows, as you probably saw in my video. I actually did set it as the default, so the Radeon GPU as default. So we shouldn't have any problems when it comes to using the AMD GPU as alongside with the excuse me, alongside the Quadro card. If it wants to load, because installing a graphics driver definitely is a pain in the ass sometimes. Waiting for this fucking graphics card to go. Oh, shit, it actually fucking installed? Okay. Yeah, it installed. We do have a NVIDIA settings thing down there. We have an NVIDIA and AMD software thing. So if we right click, hey, we have a whole bunch of NVIDIA control panel, then we have an RTX display manager. So let's go ahead and activate that control panel. Alright, so here we go, production branch, and there is no settings in here, actually. Manage GPU utilization. Used for graphics and compute needs. Oh, that's cool. Okay, video image settings, I mean, I'm not going to use, it's not really for video, but okay. Physics, don't really care, because, didn't really know, buffer flipping mode, what? Buffer flipping mode determines how the video buffer is copied to the screen. I mean, I don't use that feature, but okay. Low latency mode, I guess, optimized for compute performance. Or some compute applications. Okay, I don't really know what to select, so I'm probably just going to keep everything default, because, well, I'm just going to use it as an encoder. So, yeah. Game development, video editing, I guess. Would it be... the fuck? Look at all these settings. I need to find, like, video capture or, like, something. Would it be streaming? I don't fucking know, Nvidia. Can you just do, like, dedicated encoder or something like that? Video. I'm just going to do video editing, because that would probably be the best thing to do. So video editing, I guess, because that's what it's going to be used for. And okay, let's go and click on action here, so we actually have an encoder that we can actually use. So we go into settings here and video settings, and should be, it might have to restart the app. So I guess I'll get back to you guys once I restart the app and see if the encoder is actually there. So, hello, second time recording this because I accidentally doxed my email. So, yeah, so I had to completely cut that part of the video. Me actually showing the encoder does work. So, yeah, it works. In Windows, I can actually show you in OBS here. So, output, and look, HFake encoder is actually being used. I'm recording at 30 frames, which kind of sucks, but does the job, I guess. And using barely any of my CPU. I don't know if YouTube's going to compress this because it thinks I'm using video quality because I have a weird screen resolution or something. But yeah, it works. Encoder works. I think that was a success. I also checked. I continue to show you in Task Manager. Go into here, scroll down, and look at that. It is using full 11%. I don't know what that is doing to be exact, but it's actually using my encoder properly. So it's using the full-blown NVENC encoder. It's working properly as it should, and it's not, completely crashing out or catching the whole computer on fire. So it's good at least, and NVENC's working, and yeah, and also. What I actually did is how I actually fucking doxed myself is go into Windows settings, go into graphics settings, and make sure you set the main GPU that you're going to use. In my instance, it's a 6500 XT. Set that as the primary GPU for a game. If you don't do that, I mean, Windows is already smart enough to have that GPU as the default. So make sure with every game that you're playing, set the main GPU or 6500 XT as that primary. You don't want to be using your Quadro card. Be like, well, what the fuck? Where did my FPS go? You're like, oh, I'm using my Quadro card. So make sure though you're using the Quadro card as just an encoder, and you're not using games. Later titles, probably like Half-Life or something, probably. But anyway, that's it for today's video of me actually using a proper encoder on the 6500 XT. It can be done. Just gotta have a second GPU. So if you like videos like this, what to do. I am out, I guess.